Today on The Young and the Restless, Chelsea demands answers from Adam and Victor. Daniel warns Summer about their mother, and Billy and Jack hatch a plan. In the jazz lounge, Billy calls Jack to leave a voicemail about Victor and Adam's latest dirty move. Sally joins her boyfriend and forces him to admit that they owe Jill thanks for funding the company. Talk turns to Victor using Adam to sell lies about J-Bot. Sally asks if he's sure Newman Media made all that stuff up. After reading out the bad headlines about J-Bot, Sally decides there are legitimate concerns about J-Bot. Billy insists it's a ruse and J-Bot is more solid than ever. Sally questions giving Victor the last laugh. She gets on the phone to put out some positive articles, but Billy stops her, explaining why it's a bad idea. He loves that she's fighting for the family, however. They have to trust Jack, Diane, and Kyle. Billy worries about the pressure on Jack now. Sally agrees this is very hateful on Victor and Adam's part. Billy's glad she sees her ex is jumping through hoops to please his daddy. They agree if the bad press bleeds onto their company, they'll respond. Billy tells Sally he's proud of her and they kiss. Entering the Abbott mansion, Jack is on the phone denying J-Bot's demise. Disconnecting, he checks in with Kyle and Diane, who warn the sharks are circling. Diane steps out to take a call, and Kyle asks his father how Victor knew. Jack fumes that he somehow has eyes and ears everywhere. As Diane reappears, Jack warns this may be the end of them lightening the mood. Jack, Diane, and Kyle point out that they're still standing, and that the family had a success tonight. Here's to Abbott Communications. At Crimson Lights, Daniel worries to Phyllis about Summer's Marchetti. Phyllis wouldn't count J-Bot out yet. She'll call her. Daniel already left her a message. He questions J-Bot falling apart so quickly and asks his mother, "You wouldn't have any ideas about that, would you?" Phyllis blathers that she doesn't know why J-Bot is tanking. She can't understand why Jack wouldn't discuss it with her. Daniel points out this isn't about her. Historically speaking, she hasn't been the most reliable person to tell things to. Phyllis takes exception to her son talking down to her. Daniel's suspicious of her pumping Jack for information tonight. Why are you so anxious for J-Bot to survive? Phyllis insists that her interest in J-Bot begins and ends with how it affects his sister. Daniel knows there's more to it. Phyllis scrabbles out of her chair and dons her coat. He's ruined their fun time with his bullying and accusations. As she leaves, Daniel sighs, "Oh, she's so guilty." At the ranch, Victor and Adam marvel at the power of the press. Adam scoffs that they hit a home run, a real triumph. Sensing Adam's displeasure, Victor grunts that Jack brought this on himself. Chelsea walks in and demands to know why she wasn't told this was happening. Victor raises his eyebrows. Chesley, agitated, reads Adam the riot act for blindsiding her. Victor says it couldn't be helped. She keeps ranting. Victor wants to move on and reminds her that he owns Newman Media. He doesn't want her questioning him. Is that clear? Chelsea settles down, but questions their move against J-Bot. Victor says it's the truth. She senses there are more plans against J-Bot. Will they let her in on that? Victor declares there's nothing else to say, and Adam sues that tonight was a special case. Chelsea reminds them she can't do her job if she's not included in their strategy. Victor says Jack is finished no matter what he does now. Chelsea updates the men on how the J-Bot headlines went over at the party. Jack and Diane left in a hurry. Victor smirks. Adam learns that Billy held back and let Sally shine. The launch was a success. Victor predicts Billy's venture will go down in flames. He and Jack can watch it all die a slow death. Billy arrives at the Abbott mansion as Diane questions if Nikki told Victor their plans. Jack swears it wasn't her. Billy sides with Jack. He and Nikki have a special bond. Diane isn't convinced. Jack hollers at his wife. He knows in his bones that Nikki didn't betray him. Billy thinks Victor is scrambling. He was caught off guard by J-Bot going offline. He panicked and he had to move fast. The press is crap and lies. They need to spin it as a hit piece, and then Jack's plan might work. Jack and Diane disagree with the idea of going down in the mud with Victor, but they agree this won't just blow over. Billy asks what he can do to help. Jack declares they have to get the AI program away from Victor and destroy it. It's the only way to eliminate the threat once and for all. At the ranch, Victor apologizes for pulling Chelsea and Adam away from their evening and learns that Connor missed the Walnut Grove dance due to a minor setback with his new doctor. After they leave, Phyllis shows up and confronts Victor. Did he put out the hit piece? Is it true J-Bot is going on?